The causes are known to everybody. Many of the persons have mentioned the causes of water scarcity. We have faced drought conditions. We have also had weak monsoons. But the problem here, it seems, sir, that we are unable to use the water which we already have. For example, if I give an example of Gujarat, we say that Gujarat is very developed. But sir, if you walk into the interiors of Gujarat or the districts of Gujarat, you will find the same lines which one of the speakers, Mr. Sanjay Singh, said of women standing in queue with plastic containers to get water. They get water by tankers. Even in urban areas of some cities in Gujarat, there are water tankers which are given on alternate days. I have been a party to a petition also in the Gujarat High Court where we had to request the court that let there be a water tanker supply on alternate days to a specific area. So the issue is not that it has suddenly come up, but the problem is that where is the infrastructure which is required for getting the water connection which this government is saying that is going to get by 2024, every household will have a water pipe or a water connection. The question is not, or the query is not, or the doubt is not that the ministry will not be able to do it, or the government will not be able to do it. But how will it do it is the question. Where will that drinking water come? Because we have not been able to give a plan for reuse of the sewage water. We have not been able to give a plan to use the polluted water. We do not have a plan in place for sewage treating of that water. And that is why this polluted water cannot be made use of. We do have dams. 276 dams in Gujarat have not been recharged at all. And groundwater recharge is one of the methods to get water to the people who want water. We can't go on talking about poor people. Yes, we are for the poor people. We are for the disadvantaged class without giving them service. We are wanting the children to study, but there is no water in the toilets in the schools. So what are we having a plan? Whether are we going to use the ground recharge method? Are we going to have an irrigation project in place for small dams? Are we going to recharge the dams? Are we going to do rainwater harvesting? Sir, I can speak endlessly on this subject because water scarcity is going to be the issue of this century. Not locally, not nationally, but globally. And how are we going to deal? Because if we want to become the economy we want to become in future, if we want to see that water reaches, forget about other amenities, basic amenities, if water has to reach the last person, what is the plan in place? What is the Niti Aayog going to do if it comes out with a report of 21 cities not going to have any water by 2020, then what is the plan? If we say that yes, if the reports in the past were not dusted and were not brought out, what are you going to do now? What is the assurance you are going to give to the people? Are these reports going to be implemented? That is the question. Causes are numerous. We may not go, what is the way to treat these causes is the issue today. So rainwater harvesting, we can't tell the citizens, yes, you start rainwater harvesting individually. We need to have a proper plan, a proper infrastructure, or a proper methodology to spread awareness, to give them that facility so that they can do rainwater harvesting. That is one aspect, sir. And so talking about water scarcity, we may also keep in mind, we are talking about drinking water, that is potable water. We are also talking about non-potable water, which is being completely spoiled every day, goes as a waste, where there is no question, there is no method, how do you see that this is segregated? You can, for example, there is a survey, 25 liters of water is required by one human being every day for hygiene work, drinking, cooking and all that. The rest of the water is not used for that purpose. So how do you segregate these two kinds of waters, and how do you make a plan at a municipal level or at a state level or at a national level? Clubbing the rivers together, bringing the canals together, yes, it's a larger program. I am talking of a program that will reach the common person, that will reach the person who is residing in villages. What do you do about the lakes? The lakes have been encroached. We find industry on the lakes. We find that the landlocked bodies are completely without water. So, sir, I would request that this topic is very important. It is not important in the sense it's a topic. It is touching everyone's everyday life. And so it needs to be given the topmost priority apart from any other priority. That where is the water going which is already there? Is it being diverted to industry? Whether it is going to the farmers? Whether it is going to the cities for drinking water? So what are we going to do about it will be the question, and this debate needs a larger discussion and a very, very proactive steps from the government as well as a participation by the people of the country along with the government in order to solve this issue, because water is the lifeline of every human being. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, madam, for your brief and very nice points.
Sabhapati Mahoday, I just want a clarification from the madam that she has stated about recharge of the dams. I just wish to understand what is her intent to ask about the recharge of dam.
इस तरह की खबरें देखने के लिए आप हमारे चैनल को लाइक करके सब्सक्राइब करें और नोटिफिकेशन बेल ऑन कीजिए।